But first, Roger begins with the latest in a growing trend in young musical films, a breakdancing picture called Breakin.
The urban dance craze called breakdancing is sort of a combination of dancing and a very heavy-duty acrobatic workout. Big city kids do it on street corners with music supplied by their high-powered ghetto blasters. And this summer, there are going to be a lot of breakdancing movies around. The first one, called Breakin', is here now, starring Lucinda Dickey as a serious dance student who meets a couple of street guys and thinks they're really talented. And in this scene, they decide to join up and form a dance team.
Boy, do I have an idea. We'll put together our own act. What a team. The three of you and me as manager. She ain't no street dancer. She knows nothing about what we do. She can learn. Yeah? How?
You can teach me.
Man, now I know we're in trouble.
Got you effortlessly. That's the way it was. Happened so naturally. Didn't I know it was love? The next thing I got was you holding me close. What was I gonna do? I let myself go. And now we fly through the stars. I hope this night will last forever. I've been waiting for you. It's been so long. I knew just what I would do when I heard your song. Fill my heart with grace, gave me freedom. You knew I could not resist. I needed someone. And now we're flying through the stars. I hope this night lasts forever. Ain't nobody love me better. Make me happy. Make me feel this way. Ain't nobody love me better.
Looking at the first part of that scene, I was trying to think what it reminded me of, and of course it's the old, hey gang, let's rent a barn and put on a show, and that's more or less what they do. She introduces them to her manager, and they rent a rehearsal hall.
Now this is it. You guys can't let me down now. I'm going to call all my friends in the business and get you in that competition. And you better be good. Just see these kids. That's all I wanted you to do. Just see them, and then you'll know. It's the most exciting thing that's happened to dance in a long time.
Those other dancers are named Shubadoo Keonis and Shrimp Chambers. There's a lot in this movie about how you have to have a street name. I guess Shubadoo and Shrimp are their street names, and they name their girlfriend their Special K. The breakdancing itself is the best thing about this movie. It's amazing the way these dancers can spin around on their heads and do all those weird gymnastics. There's even one great sequence in the movie where a paraplegic who doesn't have the use of his legs is able to breakdance on his crutches. It's amazing to see. It's a lot of fun. It's all in time to the music, and I liked watching the dance scenes in Breakin' very much. It's just the other scenes that are no good. They were painfully slow, all filled with all sorts of discussions that nobody in the audience really cares about. Let's have the music. They were loaded down with distracting subplots about jealous dancers and ambitious managers. And Breakin', I think, is basically just a quickie with some good scenes in it to warm us up for the more ambitious breakdance movies that are going to come later this summer.
And I liked it. I was caught by surprise because it's obviously a very low-budget affair, but I think you could see, even in the section we just looked there, at the that whole thing with the hands, just those little inserts.
That's lovely little shot.
That's extra stuff in this movie. And there are things that are not in this picture that I would have thought in a quickie film. She isn't frankly raped. I would have expected that. Probably by the manager. Not done. The manager has his own agenda, and she has her agenda in the work. These young boys have an agenda of their own. They want to legitimize their kind of dancing. They feel... I was caught up with these characters, and the movie in its sort of gritty street reality with those two guys, I thought mirrored what I liked so much about Saturday Night Fever many years ago.
You know, I think we've seen so many exploitation films that were really cynical. When you pointed out, for example, gee, here's a dance movie where the girl isn't raped. For a second I was shocked, then I realized you're right. Usually in these films they throw in some really rough stuff for no particular purpose at all. This is a sweet film. It's cheerful. It has high energy. It has great dance sequences. I give it only a marginal thumbs down. It's just because I thought the plot was so dumb, but I love the dancing. I love all three of the dancers.
Well, that's an awful lot. You like the dancing and the three characters. That's almost the whole movie.